just back from a visit to the Wildlife office. I did a podcast with Luke. It's coming out tomorrow, just talking a little bit about the change after leaving, as well as this whole upcoming expedition thing. Good chat. And in between that, I've been trying to pack my bag. So the duffel downstairs is pretty much done. I'm probably going to have to do it a few more times just to make sure everything can fit in. But nothing in particular individually that I was packing today. So what I have here is a little gear kit, tech kit, if you will. What goes inside of this, this is super random. Some utility cord to be able to fix a bunch of things as and when needed. This is the cord I used for my zippers. So I've got 2 of these extra, you never know. I also have in here, which has been quite a fun experience, is a legit global compass. So I will be navigating with my Garmin InReach. This is a little device that the tech in this is just amazing. So Garmin InReach Mini 3 Plus or Garmin InReach 3 Mini Plus. That's what drives the map on my website and how I'm going to be staying in contact. But this has been a fun exercise, is kind of navigating old school and learning more and relearning how magnetic north works, how you set up your compass for depending on where you are in the world. Because from where I am now to Greenland to, for example, Svalbard, magnetic north shifts, right? Depending on the inclination and how you work. So this has been a fun exercise. Then inside here, I also have night core. This is my Arctic power bank. It's graded to -40. Its little sleeve has the, what's like aluminum foil inside to keep it nice and toasty. I also have a bigger one, anchor. This is a beast. It's a block. I used this in Svalbard last year as well for my expedition there, and it worked pretty well. Got to keep them warm, of course, so they'll stay with me most of the time. Inside here, I also then have, which is important, my headlamp. This is quite a beast. It's a Phoenix. I got this with Amazon last year, and even though it's a bit on the heavier side because of the size of the battery, it does very well. It's like the power of the sun on your head. So that's a must. And then inside here, what I'm going to sit and do now, as soon as this is done, is I'm going to look at all my cables and attachments and get that in here. So this thing will go every evening with me from the sled into the tent. As and when, well, not as and when needed, but it will. I've got 1 or 2 little first aid things in here as well. And then I'm going to finish that up now. Oh, also what I'm putting in is this, right? This is the Whoop bicep sleeve. So you put it on your arm and you take the little actual sensor and you put it in there. So if you're taking gloves on and off, I'm going to be tracking a lot of this stuff. A little personal research project, if you will, with my Whoop. So this is quite comfortable. I've trained a few times with it. And I'm going to stick that in there. So I might try that for the long days of skiing rather than the wrist, because of on, off with gloves. Not always comfortable. But that's it. Oh, and then, of course, my old school wired headphones, because these ones, as nice as they are, right, if you drop this in the snow, they're gone. Batteries, not great. So that's going to stay at home. But yeah, that's kind of been the plan for today. I'm going to finish this, and then for the 400th time, I'm going to go through this list of stuff. There's a lot of stuff on here. So I'm going to check it off again. Tomorrow I'll probably check it off again, and so on and so forth. But yeah, that's it. Other than that, there's a healthy amount of nerves. Not anxiety, really, nerves. And there's also a healthy amount of anxiety. No, damn it, I am tired. There's a healthy amount of nerves and also a healthy amount of excitement. And I think it's a good combination. I think too many people, when they aim to do something big or achieve a big goal, they're expecting it to not be stressed. Oh, if you trained enough, they wouldn't be stressed. That's bullshit. One of the best things a coach told me years ago when I was still doing sport was that you can't get rid of the butterflies in your stomach, but you can make them fly in the same direction. So that's the goal for the next few days. I've got 3 nights left before I leave. And then about 4 nights, 1 in Copenhagen, 3 in the town Kangerlussuaq, I think, while we prep and ration and stuff like that. So just get the butterflies to kind of point in the same direction. And you know what? It's okay. Sometimes you're allowed to hold two opposing thoughts. I've wrote about this in my newsletter. It's allowed, you're allowed, geez, brain is foggy today. Yesterday was a big mental day with clients. So you're allowed to hold two opposing thoughts at the same time. You are allowed to be excited and nervous at the same time. It's okay, and I mentioned this to a client yesterday, it's okay to mention that something is hard to carry even though it's beautiful. So that's kind of the space where I'm at. But slowly, things are coming together. Once I'm done with this, I could draw up my final list and do the last bits of shopping tomorrow and on Saturday, and then we should be pretty much good to go. Bit of a lifting session this afternoon. Tomorrow, I might drag some tires, not too heavy, just kind of move them around. Saturday morning, I am planning to take my single tire and do a nice long one again. This is more just to kind of get the nerves out and stuff, and then it's done. Anyway, I'm waffling now. Thanks for watching. If you have questions, let me know. And then depending on how packing goes, we'll be back tomorrow and share maybe some of the last details. Bye.